Good morning, mommy ADHD people. I'm Pamela, your leader. I am here. Today is Tuesday, the 12th of February. We're just days away from Happy Valentine's Day. As a single mom who's not dating anyone, I guess I'll get candy for myself. My ex-husband never really did Valentine's Day. It was an opportunity for us to go to a restaurant where he would then get drunk and I would have to drive home and he would fall asleep. Happy Valentine's Day. If that's you, I'm sorry. If you're the idiot doing that to the other half, stop. Anyway, so that's my rant about Valentine's Day. So last week, I had a child with the flu. So I have 3 boys. Yes, I was blessed with 3 rambunctious boys. As a result of testing positive for flu virus B, he was home, thankfully, for only 3 days, which was the good news. The bad news is I'm trying to start a business, okay? And that means there's a lot of work to do. But for some reason, I don't know if it's because I'm a mom, a parent, or I have ADHD, but the moment one of my children is sick, my ability to focus myself on work or housework or, simply bathing myself goes out the window. I was on the couch with little dude and the vomit bucket. Yay. So that's how I spent last week. Luckily for my household, everybody in the family got the flu vaccine. Yes, even little dude that was on the couch vomiting. Please get the flu shot. I know it's only about 60 to 70% effective, but here's the deal. There are 4 people in my household. If you count my mother, who recently moved out, thank the Lord. Unfortunately, she's moving back in a few months. We'll talk about that another time. Mothers and daughters living together. You get the story. Everybody's had the flu shot, including his dad, because his dad works at the VA and it's a requirement of his employment. This child has had the flu before. He had it in kindergarten. He missed almost 3 weeks of school because of the flu. He was literally lethargic, like he was a rag doll. He didn't eat. He vomited up nothing for days and days on end. He didn't play, like he had no interest in it. He didn't even watch TV at that time. He constantly had a fever. He was constantly crying if he was awake because he was in pain. It was the worst. So after that, everybody started getting the flu shot. So this time around, he gets the flu. We take him in because he's complaining last Monday evening about how he feels yucky and he wants to throw up, and I'm having none of it. I was having one of those days. The water heater had gone out last week, and I was waiting desperately for the plumber, who was hours late. Thankfully, the plumber communicated what's going on because he also owns a small business, and so that was good. The communication was great. But unfortunately, I was left waiting, and I had a sick child. So Dad took him to urgent care. Yay for co-parenting. He's much better at it now that we're divorced than he was when we were married, because that would have been my job, to wait for the plumber and take the kid to urgent care after the plumber got there. Thankfully, he took the kid, has strep B. They give him Tamiflu. So he's literally had the flu for less than 24 hours. So he's had the flu shot. So not only is his body better prepared to fight off the flu that he did get, he got Tamiflu. So he was back to school on Friday. Not because he was feeling perfectly fine, but because I was like, dude, get out of the house. I need some me time. And I need a shower. I smell disgusting. So I sent him to school on Friday. But this time around, he was watching TV. He wanted to play video games. So Tamiflu is great if you get the flu and you catch it right away. The flu vaccine prevented everybody else, myself, my 2 other boys, my mother, his dad, from getting the flu. Nobody else got the flu. That's what having the flu vaccine is about, is preventing the spread. It's not necessarily going to prevent you from having the flu. Like I said, there's still a 30 to 40% chance you might catch the flu, and that sucks because you're like, why did I get the flu shot? No, the flu shot's not a 100% effective. No vaccine is, okay? But it did a really good job, the combination of the flu vaccine and Tamiflu, reducing the duration and severity of the flu. Yay for mom. It wasn't terrible. I did get some sleep during the whole endeavor. Bad for mom who's starting a business. I still didn't get much done. So that leads me to today. Why is a person with ADHD, attention deficit disorder, starting a business? And the answer is simply I couldn't find a job that met my needs. My needs for flexibility, my needs for changing, constant change, my needs for constant challenge. I mean, if you work in a regular job, the likelihood that you will encounter challenges every day is pretty low. Eventually, as even a nurse gets into some drudgery, like this is the same thing every day. I see patients, I have to get them out of bed, I give them meds, it's the same. The challenge remains the same. With a business, it doesn't. And unfortunately, I'm in the beginning of starting a business, which is the boring part. Absolute nightmare for ADHD. So, like I said, I don't know if other parents end up sitting on the couch doing nothing when their kids are sick. But my inability to refocus myself back onto my tasks, because ADHD makes that so much more difficult, meant I didn't do anything. And I feel a little guilty about that. But now my house is clean. It smells like bleach in here, which I hate. I hate the smell of bleach. But that is how you clean up after somebody in your household has a serious virus, like the flu or strep. You clean with bleach. Let me know what happens when you, as the parent with ADHD, gets. Sorry about that. Let me know what happens when you, the parent, who has ADHD. What happens when something out of the ordinary, like a child, gets sick? Do you have difficulty focusing? Is that an ADHD thing? Is that just a parent thing for those of you who are parents without attention deficit disorder yourself? I don't know. My examples growing up was my mom worked 2 jobs, and so if we got sick, she was at work and we were on our own. So I have no idea what other parents do. Let me know.